to get a phone call one night telling you that your father says he loves you, telling you that your father said to be good children to my sister and I, telling you that your father cannot tell you himself that he loves you because your father's dying. Your father had just been shot by a girlfriend's son, even. One of those situations where the side is captivated, taken over, and destroy your life. But as a child, you try to get adjusted. You try to get used to this because you don't really know your father that well. You've only seen him or to know him a few times. But as you grow older, you begin to grow into certain situations, do certain things that's not, I said, nice, good, however you want to put it. You grow up to become sexually active, not knowing why or what is going on with your body, what's going on with your mind, what's going on with your spirit, because you don't have a father there to tell you about these things. It seems like your caregivers just there. They mean well. They say they love you, but they're not teaching you the aspects of being a man, to being solid, to being trustworthy, to be faithful, to be there as a strong person. So you grow up and you start to doing different things. You start to taking on different natures, different behaviors. And as you grow older and older, these behaviors now become your life. You have a different personality. And you still don't understand or know what is happening, what's going on with you. So we say these things to bring your attention to the awareness that lust, pornography, sexual immorality is a serious, serious thing. And because it is so serious, we must by all means bring the awareness to the community, bring the awareness to society, to the family, to individual people, to let you know that this is no joke, this is no toy, this is no game. Life can be a beautiful thing, and also life can be taken away from you. Just like that. Just like with my father. Domestic violence is no joke, my wonderful people. And because of domestic violence is no joke, I would like to just tell you this little story that of why and how I come to bring this message to you. Even at an early age, not knowing, not being prepared to be a man, not knowing manhood situations and stuff like that. Because, how you say, the older people, the older boys always say, hey, you doing anything? You got a girlfriend? What y'all doing? You sowing your wild oats yet? You know, what kind of mess is this? But you don't know these things. But that's all you hear. That's the only thing that you hear. So, growing older, you start to having girlfriends, more or less. But they call it girlfriends. But actually it was like sex partners. Here, there, everywhere. All over the place. Your little black book's now filled up with names and phone numbers to be called. You start to thinking about different techniques and ideas and situations and strategies of how and what. Putting these things to play. Then after you put these things to play, then people start to think, oh, I know who I can call if I have a need. So then you become used. You become the pawn now, not the player. Oh, not the one that's in charge, but now you become the victim. You become the one that's being used in the game. So with this the game thing, because of what you're doing and what you're getting, it's so sensual, it's so important that you're now, it's like, hey, I'm getting what I want. And that's what you think. That's what your mind says. Your mind is talking about pleasure. Your mind is talking about excitement. Your mind is talking about doing things to entertainment. Your mind is talking about just a release, that is. Oh, what a release it is. All right. So, you start doing other things more and more and more. The next thing you know, you become wide open. Wide open. So then you get caught up and caught out into situations. People say, oh, you're mine. Why are you over here talking to this person? Why are you over there talking to that person? You're supposed to be with me. So fights break out. Domestic violence is no joke, I'm telling you. So anyway, not to bore you, but just want to just let you know an awareness that this is for real, this is true, and it happens more than we can think about, more than we even care to talk about. And one of the things that we notice that in domestic violence is that jealousy plays a large part in our domestic violence. But those who in the medical profession, and I'm not one, those who are psychologists, psychiatrists, and therapists, and I'm not a therapist, just a coach, just a person that loves people, just a person that really concerned about what is going on and seeing the effect of what this can do to your life, your family, to a marriage, to a relationship, to your life. So we bring this to point to play that as we go through life, doing these different things, being grown, so to speak, mature, so to speak, even though you're not mature, you start off at an early age. But anyway, you're holding on. Oh, you think you're the man, you're the Mac. You're the Mac, Big Mac, all right? Yeah. So, what that means is that you're doing things now and put your life in jeopardy. In jeopardy. Like having a couple come over to your house or your apartment, getting a man drunk, so that, oh, go ahead, I have a spare bedroom. No problem. Go to bed. Yeah, you and your wife needs to, you and your girlfriend or wife, or however you want to call it, need some private time. So you're scheming. You're scheming. And after he have a smile on his face, you ease in the bedroom and seduce his wife. See, this is what lust can do for you. This is what lust can do to you. Make you do some things, cause you to do some things, influence you to do some things that's not right, or not well, or not good. When you have to get up out of somebody's bed and hit the back door where he's coming home unexpectedly, and 15 degrees below zero outside is no joke. Getting dressed and hitting the back door at 15 below zero, that means you don't have all of your clothes on right. Frostbitten, yes. And now you have medical issues to contend with. He's questioning her. Oh, I thought I heard the door close. Oh, it must be the wind. She had a lie for you. See, all of these things come about. Your life is in jeopardy. But they attempted suicide a couple of times. One because of lust that is so bad, so heavy, that you wanted to commit suicide or attempted suicide to keep from hurting the person because she wanted to terminate the act. And you said no. You beg, you plead, you negotiate. No. So now the anger, now the guilt and the shame builds up. And now you're put out in a place like you might do something to harm a person. So you don't want to harm a person. You don't want to do those things that's crazy like that. So next step, get rid of your life. Because now you're in a place where you're not worthy to live. You're not worthy to put yourself in that position. What a shame you are. You're no use, no good. But something happened to intercede in your behalf. And then another time, when your girlfriend says that, oh, after you spend all your money, spend all your time being with her, clothing her, feeding her, giving you a car so that she can go out and run around, do what she got to do, and then put a ring on her finger, and then she tell you, oh, by the way, you're not man enough for me. These are some of the things that can happen when you're involved with lust, when you're involved with the fulfillment and the desire for lust and all those things that come with it. The aches, the pain, the shame, the guilt, the fears, those things. And then there are other things that may add to it. But those are the important things. Those are the ones that stands out in front. Yes. So, with that in mind, we're just here just to help you, just let you know that there's danger in this. We think that, oh, well, just because you're watching porn and you're up half the night and your mate is asleep, now, early in the morning, you feel like you don't want to take care of your own personal issues and your personal being, so you go, don't even wake up your mate. You just started jumping in there. And she thinking that, oh, wow, he's ready for me. But no, you come in there as a rape. You are a rapist now. Even with your mate, even with the person that you love, the one that you care. Because what you're doing is taking reaction from what you just saw. All of those different things during the night. All of those people that are in your spirit now. You have raped the person that you sleep with every day, every night. And she probably does not know what's going on until she realized that, wait a minute, now that I'm awake, now that I'm alive, and he's finished and over there asleep, whoa, how dare him? You know what I mean? And this is what happened. I just got raped, took advantage of. And now it's like, what's happening? So communication gap start. All of these things come to destroy. All these things come to put a hindrance into a real relationship. These things come to hinder compassion. They come to hinder those things that say, I desire intimacy. But it's not intimacy anymore. It's just a thing called masturbation. The thing called, it's like control. It would control you and put you in a place of being a slave to it. You become addicted to it. and now you can't respond in a right way. So many times and so many people have fallen into this type of a trap, fallen into this type of a situation. So we're not here to stop you or to tell you, oh, well, don't fornicate. That's between you and your conscience and your life. But we're here to help you to get through and get over that desire, that unnatural desire, to hurt, to control, that manipulation that started off as a one-night stand, that started off as a situation, that started off as a little pleasure, a little release, but it turns out to be more than that, to be a prisoner. You become a prisoner. You become the side person. You're no longer in charge of your life. And this is why we want to let you know that over the course of the years of going through all of this stuff of myself, being trained by Catholic Charities, being in a situation where working with homeless people, with their different emotional, different characteristics, different everything you can think about and imagine, yes, they're there. Being addicted to sex and didn't know it until watching Oprah one night. Oh yeah, Oprah. After being addicted for years and years and years and not knowing it, Oprah had someone on her show that was a sex therapist type person, a doctor. And the doctor gave these symptoms of what an addicted person is, how an addicted person acts and reacts. And I was like, wow, that's me. Now I understand why I'm going through all these changes. I got all these phone numbers. I'm watching all these movies and pictures, and got mirrors in my apartment, and having phone numbers and calling people over and doing things, you know what I mean, for pleasure. So I'm just here as an awareness to let you know that you can depart from this pain. You can depart from this issue. You can depart from the problem of having to be entrapped, of having to be bound by this spirit of lust and pornography and sexual addiction. So I'm here to offer you and me a little work that I did. Not fancy, but it's about 20 some pages of different things, of how and why and what things that that may help you. Because most of the time, lust is in the mind. It started from the mind. Didn't know that. It's how you think it. What a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So, if you don't think these things and let it bother you, interfere with your life, you might be able to survive. And that's what we do. Help a person to survive. Help a person to get through and get over. And help a person to come to that place where we can say, you're free. Now you can live. And now you can love the way you're supposed to love. You can love with the intention of compassion, of intimacy. You can love sharing and caring one to another, knowing each other's desires, each other's ability, exploring each other to fulfill and to build up and strengthen each other. Not just a quick gangbang, not just a quick get over, not just a quick release. So this is what our intention is, and that's what you can do. So this PDF, that we're offering to you today. The Power of Lust and Pornography by Michael Jones. Mature contents. Mature contents. So, I will ask you to go to people, the letter N, peopleinlove.net, all the way down, and just say, I request the PDF. You can send a donation if you want to. A little something to help us to carry on this message, because we've been doing this for over 10 years now. For over 10 years. It seems like people are not really interested because we don't come with the Rolls Royce packaging, all of the big words that people used to hear and want to hear. No. We have a brown bag ministry type thing that, hey, we just want to put the message out there to help people, to help one another, to help you get through and get over, to help you to go through the storm. Because going through the storm, when you click on, you're in a storm already. You don't have time to be bothered with how a package, how a program is looking. All you want is relief. You're about to get busted by your mate. Society is watching you. You're going from one person to another one. And that's another thing too with this lust thing. You have baby over here and baby over there. Do you want that situation? You're going to jail for a certain length of time because you can't afford to, the child care thing. Or your job. You might lose your job, and especially in this day and time too, where all of the stuff is happening. Because of this lust, you touch children that you shouldn't touch. You mistreat, you misdirect your life towards your mates, or come to hurt your own self because of the shame, the fear, and the guilt. You might want to end your life. So think about these things. So get the PDF, download it. I'll be glad to send it to you because we need to get together. We need to help us with one another. And that's what it's all about. Because this thing is out of control. And it's getting more and more and more out of control because it is influencing our society, influencing what we're doing and how we're doing what we're doing. So I, again, go to peopleinlove.net. Okay? So, that in mind, wonderful people. Thank you. Bless you. And hope to see you soon and very soon. Thank you. Bye now.